For you, this is Storm Team 8.
And we're starting off live with a view here from our Calvin College Skycam. Not bad looking there. You can see some of the snow that has fallen still on the grass beside the highway there, or the belt line. Traffic moving towards you, heading actually southbound there. It looks like it's a little bit heavy at this point, but so far road conditions really haven't been that bad. In this morning, just a couple of slick spots. I think we could be dealing with a few road issues, if not late this week, as we go into the beginning portion of next week as some lake effect snow affects the area. Let's take a look at Storm Track Live Radar, speaking of snow, because we do have a little bit just back to our west. You can see we've got a little bit of flurry activity here going on through the south central portion of Wisconsin. Just looking at the observations from across the lake, I can't find much of this reaching the ground. Rather, the area to the north is where we've actually seen a little bit of reports of perhaps some light snow, and that is going to be eventually moving its way into our area. Looks like after about 1 or 2 in the morning, arriving along the northwest lakeshore when I just tracked things out. So basically around or just prior to daybreak tomorrow morning, we could see a little bit of light snow move into our northwest sections. And then as the day goes on and the temps warm up a little bit and that snow sinks its way to the south, I think we could incorporate a little bit of rain. So perhaps a light mix for areas south of Interstate 96 as we head through the day tomorrow. Then another quick moving storm system. These are 2 separate systems. Another one is going to affect us on Friday, and that could bring us a chance for snow or perhaps even a little bit of a rain mixture for the southern counties. And this actually looking like it could be here as early as Friday morning. If you don't get snow with either one of these systems, because these really don't look like huge accumulation systems, but if you don't, we do have a chance for some lake effect early next week as well. In fact, probably the best lake effect setup that we've had all season. Temp now is 26 degrees in Grand Rapids, 25 in Ionia, 25 in Hastings, 27 in Kalamazoo. Wind speeds coming out of the north and the west at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Eventually, these are going to swing around to the southwest, though, by later on this afternoon into the evening hours. Wind chills in the teens. It only feels like 18 degrees right now in Grand Rapids, despite the fact that we've had a couple peeks at the sun, and those air temps just one of the coldest days this week. And I have to say, it seems like they're even feeling a little bit colder because we made 47 degrees here on Monday with nearly full sunshine. So let's check out the 24-hour forecast for you. This starts at 6 p.m. Temps holding in the upper 20s to around 30 degrees. Blanket of clouds out there, perhaps a break or two, but clouds really do rule the scene. At midnight, winds have switched around to the south about 5 to 10 miles an hour, and we're talking about temps that are holding in the mid-20s, and they'll actually rise a couple of degrees by 6 a.m. Notice we're almost to 30, and see some of that snow trying to show up. And if you were watching this morning on daybreak, it was actually looking a little bit farther to the north, but it started to make that shift to the south just a bit. You see some of those blues moving over the area at noon. There's a little bit of that mix possible. You saw a hint of green, so that's why I think we could incorporate a little bit of rain or a wintry mix as we head through the day tomorrow. By 6 p.m., that system is pushing its way off to the east. Locations that stay all snow tomorrow could pick up perhaps an inch, and there could be a few slick spots on the roadways. If not tomorrow morning, Friday morning, with any of that wet roadway that has frozen as the temps fall. We're at 39 on Friday afternoon. Saturday should be dry. That's New Year's Eve. Then on Sunday, we're going to have a front come through here. Looks like during the morning hours, and that's going to send the temperatures into a downward spiral with lake effect snow taking over for Monday and Tuesday.
It's interesting. I believe the weather seems to have been following the calendar by the month, almost every month this fall. It changed over September, changed in October, changed again in November, and now January, beginning of it anyway. We're possibly going to see the beginning of winter. Yeah,
into the new year too. Really a slow start. The 8th slowest start in history for Grand Rapids. So there has been years where there's been less snow to this point than this year. It's just we've had a very snowy decade when we look at the record books, including 3 years where we had 100+ snowfall seasons back to back to back, and that had only happened